Alrighty, I ain't no director or video editor or any of that, but I kind of hurt my arm and being a slacker today and bored, so I figured I'd make this video on my truck, 1985 Ford F350 with a 6.9 IDI naturally aspirated diesel engine in it, followed by a C6 transmission and a Dana 70 rear end. But I figured I'd just put mine up in there. When I got this truck, the gauges did not work. The speedo cable is burnt in half, so I had to fix that. If you ever took apart like a regular Nintendo or something, you ever seen like that film that has like, if you will, paper copper lines that connect this cluster together, you take all this off and flip it around, and I had to cut and redneck engineer and redirect wire to get my RPM gauges working, and I don't trust Ford gauges, so as far as these, I really don't even care for them, and that's why I got these, which these are, I don't really care much for them because I like to spend the extra $1 on my gauges to make sure that, you know, they're accurate, because a lot of my gauges I run across, you know, it's almost like they're always nearly perfect until it's too late when the thermostat's hot enough to actually send the thing over, and it's like, I don't really like that. I want my gauges to tell me exactly what my temperature is at all times. That way, if I'm really hard on it with a load and it's getting warm, at least it will climb up gradually, you know, if for say. But, and it's cold. I did run it early this morning to go get some cigarettes and coffee, so it might be a touch warm, but I'm gonna crank it up. There's still work to be done all around this truck. I just got this truck put together maybe 2 weeks ago, and it's just been raining a lot here in Arkansas, and it's been making it difficult to get much done with it. But, yeah. I love it. Love these old trucks. I ain't got our steering yet, so still driving it. A little bit rough. I'm gonna turn around right here and head back, and I'll show you all I have made special about my truck, per se, mainly just personalizing it, not so much performance or anything like that. You know, it's just a work truck, but when I got it, you know, it didn't run, and the man who sold it left the fuel cell in the bed of it, and that's what I was after. So I was like, well, I'll have a truck for scrap parts if it's, you know, not worth a damn. But I blew up on accident somehow my 7.3 whenever I was getting into these kind of old trucks, you know, learning about them and whatnot. basically, as before I hauled it across the scales, I stripped it down and used the parts off it to get this one running, and got it all legal and all the lights working. But man, their redneck engineering was terrible. You know, you can redneck engineer something right and make it look good and know that it's gonna work right, and when people see it, they're like, okay, well, it's not OEM, but it'll do, and be appreciated. But the way they had it, it was like, when you looked at it, it was like, this thing, if it did run, probably should never be on the road, because, well, it was terrible. But the interior was shot, so like I just did my best to kind of piece it together, and that's like some $35 on clearance fabric at Walmart I went on it. And my father-in-law's a carpenter, so I used his little carpenter shop to restore my wood trim up a little bit. So I just kind of touched it up here and there, but it's for what it is. It is. I'm still working on it. See that gauge? Until it gets to a temperature, there ain't no middle. It's gonna be there, or it's gonna be perfect, or it's gonna be over hot. It's not accurate at all. And so that's why I just didn't even bother with it. But I am gonna get some gauges, because me knowing what's going on with the truck is a lot. I'm harder than my wires and stuff. Like I said, I just got this truck running not too long ago. I still got to pretty it up. I ain't no mechanic, if anything. I joke around saying I'm a shade tree mechanic, but I'm just a broke poor boy who loves his truck. Still gotta put these wires in that blue, but this is my turd and I love it. It's fun to drive. 6 new tires, new bearings, new brakes. Service the rear end, the transmission, the engine, new glow plugs, new injectors, air filter, oil filter, the works. All that crap's done. I'm saving up to get a timing light attachment, because I'm pretty confident why I have this slight rough idle is because I need to ever so slightly bump that injection pump over. I'm 1 to 2 degrees off, but close enough that just running it to fine tune it and get it right is fine. For the most part, you take care of the coolant and the injection pump, and don't burn coal roll coal too bad. It's all right. Oh, and one of my exhaust pipes has a massive hole in it. So,